Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video we are gonna see, what if Naruto becomes the miraculous ninja and got harem with Ladybug, part 2. Huge shout out to Shadow Ninja 124 for this story. If you want more awesome fanfiction like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Okay, I got confused. So, Kyubi summoned a clone and used a blue energy ball called Rasengan. But Miraculous can only have one ability? Marinette asked. That is correct. Every Miraculous has one ability to fight evil. However, how is that possible? Kyubi should have one, Tiki said. It was very interesting facts about Kyubi and his Miraculous. A Miraculous only has one ability, not 2 or 3. He showed another of his signature called Rasengan. A blue energy orb is a close-range attack for an enemy. If it isn't Miraculous' ability, it would have to be his own. There's one question that she likes to ask. What in the world is he? Tiki, do you think there's someone who knows about Miraculous? Marinette asked. Good one. I know someone who knows everything about that history, but I have to tell you later, she said. That's fine. Marinette looked at pictures of her and Naruto on her phone. It's a perfect picture. She wouldn't say a date, but pretend it is. It was very fun to hang out with him. He's fuzzy, nice, and awesome how he caught a bad guy that stole a purse from her. He did it for her. Marinette, are you dreaming about having Naruto as your future husband? Tiki asked. Husband? No. I was just thinking how kind he was since our day didn't go well. Tiki, Naruto's very nice and sweet. I'm not gonna lie, he's the most gentle person I ever met. She walked outside and watched the sky. Yeah, Naruto's very nice guy. Marinette thought she messed up his day for making him wait too long, but he didn't care that much. Somehow, she's changing. Didn't know why she thinks that, but felt like she's changing into a new person with Naruto being around. That reminded me of something, she thought. She remembered he poked on her forehead. That move is almost like what Kyubi did to her with being Ladybug. Couldn't that be? No. It can't be him. There's no way he can be Kyubi without telling a secret. Everyone does like that. I should forget about that, she said before she lay on her bed and grabbed a pillow in her chest. Tiki. So what do you think of Kyubi? Can't tell, but I can say he's unique and mysterious person. He's different from Ladybug and Catwar is all I can think, she said as Marinette got up and looked at her. Different? You sensed it? No, but I was aware of his strange presence. I don't know how to describe it, but it just felt so different of him. Tiki worried. It was the first to see Tiki's face like that. She was aware of Kyubi's presence and didn't know how to describe it. Even Miraculous doesn't have a story like that. That's strange. Don't worry, Tiki. Kyubi isn't that kind of a person what you think. I trust him and you should trust him. I believed he's trying to help everyone with his life. He doesn't like to tell us. Like you said, he's a mysterious man. Heroes have a secret and supposed not to tell anyone. Oh, maybe you're right, she said. I guess heroes do have a secret. Come with thinking about it, if he revealed himself right in front of you, what would you say? Good question from Tiki. Marinette have never thought of this one and always wanted to know who Kyubi was. He's an interesting hero that used unique power. I don't know, she answered honestly before her phone ranged as she answered. Hey, Alya, what's up? Do you forget about betting? The bet between Alex and Kim? No, of course. I didn't forget. I already made a banner for it. Marinette smiled as she looked at the banner on a bed and ran to get it. Hold on, you have to wait for Mrs. Shimada to pick up her cake, Tiki said. Oh God! That's right. I got 20 minutes before she gets here. You'll never make it to Trocadero in 5 minutes. It's way too far. Marinette gave a smirk as she turned around. Not too far for Ladybug. She's here, Naruto thought as he sensed Ladybug's aura from behind him and turned around to look. Marinette ran downstairs and holding a banner in her arms. She was happy that she made it on time and brought it with her. She unwrapped a banner and shown everyone what she made. It's a bet between Alex and Kim. Nice job. Naruto smiled. Thank you, Marinette said. Kim is muscular and taller than average students at the school. He has olive skin and dark brown eyes. He wears red, short-sleeved hoodie jacket and navy blue track sweatpants. You all picked the wrong side of cheer. Looks like Alex isn't even showing up. Probably too chicken to race an extreme athlete like me, he said. Spoke too soon, Kim. Everyone turned around and saw a girl with roller skating. Now, this is Kim. She's short and lean with blue eyes and messy bob-cut pink hair. She wears a black cap with a black Old English S logo. She wears a black long-sleeved and black short. Your ridiculous bats are over. I'm gonna leave you in the dust, meathead. You're no match for me. My neck is bigger than your thigh. Those two were kinda reminded Naruto of him and Sasuke. They hated each other and don't like each other. Always try to surpass each other to see who is the strongest. Well, damn. I didn't know I still have that. Just wonder how is everybody doing? He thought as he looked up at the sky. Hopefully, his homeworld is okay. You're okay? Adrian worried. I'm fine, Adrian. I just got spaced out for a minute. He looked at how the race going. Who's winning? I think it is Alex, Adrian said as he's holding the pocket watch in his hand and Naruto looked at it. That look of that pocket watch is very nice and cool. Never seen this one in his life. What's that you're holding? He asked. Alex's pocket watch. I think it's a family heirloom, what I heard. She told Alya to look after. Then Alya told Marinette to look after. Finally, she almost dropped the watch and I caught it for her, he said. Naruto nodded. Adrian, what you got there, some super old case or something? Careful, Chloe asked as she grabbed the pocket watch from Adrian and observed it. He started to get worried how much trouble she caused. Careful. That's Alex's, he said. It is Alex's. It's probably worthless, she said. Give it back to Adrian, Chloe, Marinette demanded. Chloe refused her as she pressed on the middle button on a cover and flashing out to her eyes. It scared and blinded her, trying to catch the pocket watch from dropping it, but it was too late. The pocket watch fell down on the ground and Alex ran over it. Alex crushed over it without looking out because she was winning for a race. She gave herself for a victory, but she turned in shocked when she saw her broken pocket watch. Did you do this? Well, I had to videotape the race, so I gave it to Marinette. But then, she had to hold the banner, so she gave it Adrian, then Chloe snapped it from him and dropped it. And, then you skated over it, Alya said. Alex picked her pocket watch up. My old man gave me for my birthday. This watch is totally family heirloom, she said as she's skating away and looked back at the people. It was an accident, Marinette tried. We didn't mean any harm, Alex, Adrian said. As if I totally had nothing to do with this, Chloe said. You're all to blame, Alex cried with tears on her face as she skated away this time, ignoring everybody. Seeing her sad and broken pocket watch, Naruto ran after her. He can definitely do something to her pocket watch. Just need to tell her if he can fix it or else she'll be next victim of akuma. Alex, wait! He yelled as Alex stopped and looked at him. What is it? What do you want? She asked. Your watch. Maybe I can fix it, he said. This watch was sick. One of the kind. It can't be fixed. Alex, I can fix the watch for you. You're just going to have to trust me for this, Naruto said as his open hand and waiting for her to give the pocket watch to him. You can count on me for this one, Alex. I promise. Alex didn't believe him to fix the watch. It's possible to fix it, but she'll have to trust him. He's a good friend to her, so she did what he told her to do. She gave her pocket watch to him. Please take care of my watch. My dad gave it to me for my birthday. Naruto? She saw him turned away like he saw something. Then Naruto turned back and smiled at her as he put his right hand in his pocket. It's nothing. I thought I saw a bug, He grabbed the pocket watch and headed home before waving goodbye to Alex. The minutes later, he almost reached his home, but first, he had to do something first. He looked at his right hand and was golden chakra. He caught Akuma butterfly in his hand. He must have sensed dark aura and caught it before it'll reach Alex to turn into a villain. So, he grabbed it very quick with a nice reflex. Like hell I'm going to let you do that, Hawkmoth. He glared as he used his golden chakra to purify Akuma into a butterfly. It's his first time to test if he can purify Akuma with his golden chakra like Ladybug did. Wow, I didn't know you can do that, Gyuki said. Neither do I, but I realized I still have a power of Rakuta Sennin, Sage of the Sixth Path, since you're all here with me. This one should able to purify anything corrupt or malignant. I can do this with me and Kurama, he said as he let the butterfly go to get freedom. Farewell, butterfly. Hold a minute. If you did this, wouldn't be bad if Hawkmoth finds out you're Kyubi? Matatabi asked. No, I used my chakra to block his transmission and used an image of Kyubi to trick him. Don't worry about him. He won't know about us, Kurama said. Impossible. How did Kyubi know I was? Gabriel, aka Hawkmoth anger as he clenched his fist in anger when he saw him purified Akuma. He even caught it before it'll reach Alex. Nuru, how did he do that? He did it just like Ladybug. He's yelling at little Kwame Moth who had terrified of him. I don't know. Only Miraculous Ladybug can purify Akuma. I've never seen him like this, he said. Hawkmoth is really pissed and couldn't believe Kyubi caught Akuma and purified it. He didn't know he can do that like Ladybug. On a second thought, Kyubi has multiple powers. He can use clones, blue energy orb, and purity ability. The worst one is his Akuma didn't infect on Kyubi when he grabbed in his hand. Supposed to turn him into a villain. This will be tough. The next day at school. Alex is waited outside of school from the early time. It's sad how her pocket watch got broke that her father brought a present for her birthday. Nobody watching hers well. She blamed them, but she admitted she was the blame who doesn't look after her watch. Alex, I'm here, Naruto said as he ran from his home as fast as he can. He brought Alex's pocket watch with him like he promised her from yesterday. She was happy before she ran over him and looked at her pocket watch. It's fixed. Naruto, thank you. I should never have given it someone else to look after. It was my responsibility. I'm sorry. Responsibility isn't something to be taken lightly, he said. Thank you. I'll take really good care of it, she said before she ran to the school. Naruto is glad that he finished fixing a pocket watch. It was easy. He used his chakra to fix the watch as he did from his homeland. Morning, Naruto, Marinette said as she came. Good morning, Naruto said. She has seen everything that happened from yesterday. Yes, she knows it was Chloe who broke the watch. Did you fix Alex's watch? Yeah, I did. It was pretty easy for me to handle that. He put his hands on his head. What about you? I heard you were busy on your bakery shop. Marinette was just remembered she almost got herself a late from her work. Yeah, she's supposed to stay in her store while someone is on her way to her cake. I wasn't busy. Someone has waited for me to deliver the cake to her. I almost got myself late in trouble, but made it on time. I see. Well, good thing you're in time or else parent will be disappointed on you. And shouldn't you be staying at your store? Naruto said. I know, but I made a mistake. I heard you're talking with Alex about responsible. Maybe I shouldn't have stayed at my store and waited for her to come. Done the same as her. She's just like Alex about taking care of important, but forgot about it. That's true. Everyone can make a mistake and take responsibility for important things. Like your parents gave you a quick job to wait for someone to get it as important. I'm glad you're with that because I like that kind of people like you. Really? Marinette asked with a blush as she spun her fingers around over it. However, she was glad to hear that from him. He's always right about that. Hey girl! Having a fun with him! Ayla pushed Marinette in front of Naruto on purpose. He began to catch her, but he tripped and lost his balance. So, both of them fell down together. Now, this is a perfect shot for Alya to take a picture of them. She saw Marinette is lying on top of Naruto. Go for it, girl! Huh? Marinette shocked as she saw her hands touch Naruto's chest. His chest felt hard and he had a nice muscular. Not like a big muscle guy. His body was just perfect in her opinion. Wait a minute! How long has she been laying there? Marinette got up off Naruto and pulled him up to stand up. Gave him apologize with many words as she can. Naruto tried to calm her down, but she kept going crazy. It's alright. It was my fault for not keeping my balance. Marinette stopped her panic and turned around to her friend, Alya, that pushed her on purpose. She got so angry and told her to stop doing embarrassing things. I'm doing this for you, girl. Alya smirked. But what you just did is embarrassing me, she said with a blush. What she did to Naruto is embarrassing. He's going to think she's weird and stalker. Hey, Marinette. It's okay. There's no need to say sorry to me, Naruto said. He has a friend who is so shy from his homeland. The way how Marinette does remind him of someone. I'm so sorry, she says it again. Boy, he's extremely calm and nice to her. Then, she made Naruto giggle and heard him. What? Not gonna lie. You reminded me of my old friend who always fainted when she sees me. He smiled. She? Marinette wondered. She just heard him saying, she. What does he mean? Yeah, she's just like you. She has the same personality and a good heart like you. She's... He paused for seconds while Marinette was waiting for him to say, but something is wrong with him. His expression isn't happy like he used to be. You're okay? You're spacing out. She worried. I'm fine. Let's head back to our classroom. Naruto went inside the school. Wow, he was spaced out for a minute, right? Alya asked. Yeah, Marinette said. In the classroom. You only have 1 day to work on your fashion piece, said it must be your own design. In 10 hours, your finished presentation will be judged by none other than the great fashion designer, Gabriel Agresti, the father of our very own student, Adrien Agreste, Mr. Damocles said. He's principal of college Françoise Dupont. At the back of seat deck, Marinette watched Naruto from behind. She was little concerned about him. That's weird. He was spaced for seconds ago when I asked him about a girl. It bothered me. Is it just me or Naruto doesn't want to talk about it? Alya whispered. I don't know, she replied. Somehow, I started to get that feeling he must have passed. Naruto was just sitting on the desk and didn't pay attention to the principal's saying. Damn, he didn't know he would say that to Marinette. Seriously, she reminded him of his friend. Dude, you okay? Adrien worried as Naruto nodded and told him he's okay. Yeah, he replied. Geez, it's hard to be creative under pressure, Marinette said. She's at the park and doing a project of a hat. She has 10 hours to finish it. Marinette, you save the world under pressure. I think designing a hat should be a piece of cake, Tiki said. A cake. Derby hat's stylish and tasty, she said. Hey, Marinette. Then Tiki hides in her purse when she heard. Marinette turned around and saw Naruto. He's here in the park, too. It looks like he's here to see her project of a hat, but she wasn't ready yet. However, she does need a help. Hello, Naruto. What are you doing here? I just want to take some fresh air, so I can relax, Naruto said. He looked down to Marinette's book on her laps with the art of hat. Is this? Yeah, I was trying to create my own hat, but it was so hard to be creative. She palmed on her head for using too much brain idea. She's a fashion designer, but it's hard. Surprisingly, she was hit on her forehead by fingers. Don't think too much or else you'll be fried. He smiled. Marinette saw Naruto sat down next to her. His eyes are looking at her art, so that means he's going to help her project. Can I help? Then, Marinette started to surprising and just nodded for accepted his help. This will be good for her and Naruto alone. Helping each other. Aren't you supposed to create your own hat? Marinette asked. I give up, Naruto replied. What? Yeah, the reason why I give up because I'm suck at fashion designer. I don't have a skill like that. So, it was embarrassing. He just smiled with a blush on his face. Marinette laughed at him. Don't worry about it. I understand. Maybe I can teach you how to be a fashion designer. Really? That's cool to Bayo, he said before they saw the man in a suit sat on the bench. He brought an bag and whistle necklace. He blew the whistle and the sound like a pigeon. The pigeons flew down on the ground and started to eat the food from the man. Looking at the pigeons, it just gives Naruto's idea. Hey, what about the feathers? A feathered hat. Good idea, she said as she began to draw her rough draft. But she stopped for a bit when she heard a yell in front of her. She saw one police is yelling at the man that fed pigeons. But who's going to feed my poor pigeons? The man asked. All the park keepers know about you, Mr. Raimier? Yeah, you're banned from every park in Paris. Leave now or we're all called the authority. Oh wait. I'm the authority. Get out. The cop yelled at Mr. Romney as he stood up and walked away from the park with a looking sad. Sleesh. I almost feel sorry for that man, Marinette said. There's nothing we can do. Rules are rules, Naruto said as he got up, walked toward, and found a feather on the ground. This will be good for Marinette's hat, so he grabbed it and brought it to her. Take this. I thought you might need it. Marinette looked at the feather that he holds. That's a genius idea. Thank you, Naruto. Poor Mr. Raimier, the feeling of injustice such easy prey for my akuma. Hawkmoth said as his akuma butterfly flew toward Mr. Raimier and went inside his whistle. Mr. Raimier had been akumized and listened to Hawkmoth. Mr. Pigeon. I'm Hawkmoth, neither this police officer nor any other of the park keepers should stop you from taking care of your friends. What would Paris be without pigeons and what would pigeons be without you? Mr. Raimier grinned and his body is transformed into a full-body gray skin-tight suit. He also becomes noticeably more muscular. Wow, that's so cool. Naruto amazes to Marinette's rough draft when she finished. It's a feathered derby hat. I know. It's all thanks to your idea, even you are amazing. She smiled without thinking as she realized she said that to him. Naruto got surprised how bold she was telling this to him. Well, damn. I'm amazing? He showed a playful on his face. Marinette is blushed when she told him that. It was so dumb words to give him that. Amazing? I mean, I'm not saying you are amazing. You're amazing for giving me an idea. Oh. I thought you were gonna say I am an amazing guy because I am handsome. You know what I mean? What? Her heart was raced up faster and got hotter on her face. Did he find out already? Relax, I was just playing with you, silly girl. He poked on her forehead with his smile. You're too easy to fall in my joke and get embarrassed. Naruto! She yelled with a cute angry face as Naruto laughed at her. Sorry! I can't help it, he said. Although, Marinette was happy that he can make a joke of her. Naruto, I gotta go and finish my project. Thank you for helping me. See ya. You're welcome, Naruto said with a hand to wave at Marinette as he watched her running to her home. He took a deep breath. He was walking back to school, but he sensed a presence from behind. He gave a sigh and knew who it was. Damn it, Chloe. Marinette's house. After 6 hours later, Marinette is almost finished her derby hat. The hat was covered with feather. All she needs is put the bird feather on the hat and glue it. Then, it'll be perfect and win for sure. There you go. Now, it is completed, she said. Wow, you did a great job, Tiki said. Marinette smiled at her kawaii. She couldn't have done it without Naruto. Naruto was the one that helped me. I might get a winner. Before she's packing up, she watched the news lady has just announced the news. Pigeons have taken over Paris. This is just one of the many alarming situations giving authorities cause for a major concern. Yes, I've just been told that someone named Mr. Pigeon is making the announcement. The lady switched the camera into another one came from outside and watched Mr. Pigeon. Dreary day for Parisians. Ruh. Sorry to ruffle to your feathers, but Paris now belongs to the pigeons. Ruh. He made a sound like a pigeon. Marinette was shocked, but she reacted furiously and going to save the Paris. Tiki, spot on! She transformed into the red suit and became Ladybug. She jumped out from her house and chased after Mr. Pigeon before the pigeons take over the world. Kyubi and Katwa should be there when they saw the news. Ladybug stopped and saw looking airplanes, but they're pigeons. Now, this is weirder and weirder, Ladybug said. Birds of a feather flocked together. Katmar sneezed as he rolled over down to her, but he got up. I'm allergic to feathers. That's helpful. Where's Kyubi? She asked. I don't know, but I'm sure he'll come. These birds are only part of the problem. The park keepers in Paris are vanishing without a trace, he said. Ladybug remembered one man who got out from a park keeper. Maybe that's why he became Pigeon Man and kidnapped the park keeper. Then, we have to find park keepers, but Mr. Pigeon knows where they were. Where are we gonna find him? I think I know where he can find us. So, Ladybug and Katwa went to the different location where Mr. Pigeon can find them. They're at the park, waiting for him to come. Also, Katwa wore a hat of park keeper because he's a decoy for him. Act natural or he'll never show up, Ladybug said as she saw Katwa dances while he's waiting for Mr. Pigeon. What do you mean? I am acting natural. He continued his dance, but he sneezed of the feather. He realized they're here as he looked it up and a lot of pigeons. The group of pigeons flew toward it and grabbed him as they took off with him. Ladybug followed them where they're taking him to Mr. Pigeon. On a second thought, she didn't see Kyubi around here. She needs him to fight the Mr. Pigeon and rescue the park keeper. Katwa got dropped from the air when they released him. He glanced around and found for Mr. Pigeon. Where's that bird brain, Mr. Pigeon? He got it to be somewhere, Ladybug said. They searched for Mr. Pigeon, but pigeons made their move. They're circling around Ladybug and Katwa. Call me crazy, but I feel like birdseed all of a sudden, Ladybug said. Got any bright ideas, Bug? Katwa asked. You're the cat. Don't you eat these things for breakfast? She asked. While pigeons are busy with them, the others are carried the big bird cage from above them. They dropped on them and put them under a trap. The two heroes can't do anything to break out. Trippy day. I'm so ruthless. You're miraculous. Give them to or face the wrath of my feathered friend, Mr. Pigeon said as he blew his pigeon whistle and commands pigeons to force them to give up their miraculous. The pigeons on the top of cage started to stomp on it to make a flat. The others turned around and prepared to shoot that people don't like. On the count of 3, my beloved pigeons will commence fire. You can still your save sorry skins by handing me your miraculous. 1, 2. Mr. Pigeon counted, but he was interrupted by a strong wind. It pushed the pigeons away from Ladybug and Katwa. Who's there? Kyubi, you're here. But, Ladybug said as Kyubi wears a new suit. She saw his suit is gold. Not all gold, but some have a black stripe on his body. His glove is gold, but his finger is the color of a black. There's a black Uzumaki crest on his back. On his shoulders, it has the black symbol of a ninja. He has a waist cape with 9 black stripes on each 9 point. They supposed to be 9 tails. His mask is gold. Don't worry because Kyubi is here, he said as he sliced the cage with a chakra kunai and freed them. Now, they're all together for now. 3 on 1 should be quick. Nice suit you got there, Katwa said. Thanks, he replied. Well, it looks like the pigeon's really a chicken. Me. I'm not flying away. I'm just killing 2 birds with 1 stone, Mr. Pigeon said as he whistled and jumped off from the rooftop by walking off the side of the building. The 3 went after him, but they looked it down and Mr. Pigeon landed on his pigeons. The pigeons flew him up to the sky. Merry Christmas, he shouted as he sends the remaining pigeons to attack the 3 heroes. Kyubi grabbed Ladybug and Katwa, vanished in yellow flash speed to dodge from Pigeon's attack. Wouldn't say dodge, he immediately took them in a different location for an escape, and they're pretty far away from Pigeon's. So, they won't able to find from this place. Did you just teleport? Katwar shocked. No, it's just my speed. One of my abilities, Kyubi said as he put down. Anyways, guys, I know where Mr. Pigeon taking park keepers. So that's where Mr. Pigeon's keeping the park keepers he abducted, Ladybug said. The Grand Palais. Katwar began sneezing, but the two stopped him from making a sound. Kyubi is pretty surprised he's allergic to feather. You're allergic to feather? I didn't know that. Why yeah, my pigeon radars are on high alert. He sneezed again. Either your radar's on the brink or Mr. Pigeon left the park keeper unattended, Ladybug said. Kyubi heard a bird from above them, so he looked it up and saw it. The bird is watching him and the other two. It might fly and give a report to Mr. Pigeon that they are here unless someone has to do something, but already did it. Oh no you don't. He smirked as he threw his kunai on the ceiling next to bird and scares it away. There you go. Now, he won't know we're coming. What's the plan, Ladybug? Let's go up to the rooftop. That way, we can ambush him from behind and capture Akuma, she said. Kyubi and Katwar are going with her plan. They went up to the rooftop, running quietly, and peeked window. They found park keepers in the cage, but they also found Mr. Pigeon. He's waiting for them, but he won't know they're coming. Thankfully, Kyubi is the one that rid of it. This should be quick, Kyubi said. Alright, Katwar, you open the window. Naruto, you grab him and throw to me. I can destroy his bird whistle and purify Akuma, Ladybug said. Let's go early, bird gets the dash. Katwar opened, but unfortunately, he sneezed when the feather flew him. His sneezes caught Mr. Pigeon's attention as he looked it up. He jumped off and called the birds to catch him. The three heroes have no choice but to fight him since Katwar allergic to feather and blew it up. They jumped down on the ground and chased after him. Mr. Pigeon blew his whistle to call pigeons to come to him and turn them into big boxing glove. Didi, come closer. I have a bone to fight with you. Here he comes, Kyubi said as Mr. Pigeon is just started to attack them with his birds. His birds are extended out to hit Ladybug and Katwar, sending them into the park keeper's cage's bars. It's up to Kyubi that going have to fight Mr. Pigeon. As he's attacking Kyubi with his birds, he dodged by sliding under it and continued to charge. He summoned multiple of clones to come help and support him. Take this. One clone slid attack right to Mr. Pigeon's right leg as he fell down. As soon as Kyubi and his clone come closer to him, his pigeons dive and bite them to protect him. Kyubi saw his clone disappears and another dead, too. It's almost done, but stupid birds interrupted him. Fucking kidding me! He thought as Katwar kicked in Mr. Pigeon's face in a good time to save him before he was going to grab his necklace. Thanks, Dash. Kyubi paused as he went over him and grabbed him to dodge the attack from Mr. Pigeon. Thanks again, Katwar said. Naruto nodded and opened his hand as the blue energy gathers and forms into Rasengan. He glanced on his back, looking at Ladybug and Katwar if they're ready. They're ready. The three heroes charged after Mr. Pigeon as the others two went behind Kyubi. You think your tricks can work on me? Mr. Pigeon asked as he shoots with pigeons, flying toward at them. They slid under them at the same time perfectly, coming close to him, and Kyubi jumps over him. He smashed with Rasengan, putting Mr. Pigeon down on the ground. He grabbed a whistle and threw to Katwar. He broke the whistle and Akuma flew out from an object, so Ladybug can purify it. Gotcha! She said as she caught it with her yo-yo and released Butterfly after she purified it. Bye-bye, Butterfly. Miraculous Ladybug! She restored everything back to normal and park keepers go back where they belong. Now it is done. At school. Naruto is outside and watching how Marinette's project goes. He knows she's gonna win for sure. She did a great job of making a hat because it was cool. For 100%, she could make the one hat that he likes to try it. You gonna wear that new suit again? Kurama asked. He nodded for sure, but there's one warning. This new suit should keep him stay much longer than Miraculous. He means this suit has no time limit. It was created with chakra. Ladybug and Catmore mustn't know that he have no time limit. Yeah, but I have to remember that condition, he said. Naruto! He heard Marinette as he turned around to her, and she's running. How it goes? He asked. I won! I won! Thank you, Naruto! You're the best! I couldn't have done it without you, she said. It was his pleasure to help her out since he sucks at his fashion skills. Seeing her smile makes him smile, too, her beautiful smile. Naruto? Marinette worrying if he's okay. His face expression has changed into sad. It's nothing. I'm happy I can help you. I'm going home for now, he said as he was leaving, but Marinette stopped him. What's up? Since you helped me for my project, maybe you and I can go eat ramen restaurant together. I'll pay the treat for you and I know the best place dash. She gasped as she's being lifted by Naruto. He grabbed around her waist before lifting her up and spinning her around. His expression turned into a gentle. I was looking for that ramen restaurant. Yes, I would love to go there. Naruto nearly shouted happy as he put her down and smiled. Sorry about that. I haven't seen Marinette. He saw her face is so red and got completely KO. Hey Marinette. Are you okay? Say something. Do you have a fever or something? Oh God! He tried his best to help her. You're such a dense. Kurama palmed on his face. Alya held the picture of Ladybug without her face because she cut it out. She held the picture up to her classmates' faces to look for the perfect fit, trying to find out who Ladybug is. She stopped on Chloe, who points at Miss Bustier, who is standing in front of Alya's desk. Once she realizes the entire class is watching her, she puts the picture away. Alya, is Marinette still in girls' room? Miss Bustier asked. I don't know, Mississippi, she replied. In front of a seat, Naruto watched her the whole time. He saw what Alya doing with that photograph of Ladybug. No worry, she won't know who she really was. Even I'm a clone, this class is still boring, but I had to do that for him. However, he thought as he looked at the clock and now it rang. So, everyone gets up and got homework from Miss Bustier. The clone Naruto grabbed homework and walked out of the classroom. The school is over though, so he needs to go to the hideout or going home and leave the homework on a desk. That way, he can die himself. The real Naruto should be finished his important stuff and waited for him. But he felt the presence of dangerous when he stopped. It looks like he had to save the people. It's his responsibility to protect the people from trouble. Let's go save the people first. Then I'll go to the hideout, he thought as he ran after dangerous situation. Alya called Marinette, but is forwarded straight to voicemail. She then goes searches for her, and asked anyone if they see Marinette. Going into a locker room, Alya notices Chloe pulling several Ladybug costume and yo-yo, and putting them in her bag. Chloe is Ladybug? She asked as she followed her carefully without getting caught, but she went inside a white limo. After Chloe left, Alya started to believe she's a Ladybug. She saw Nino walking past by and dragged him with her to explain what she found. They went someplace by the bridge and found a spot to talk. Alya tried to calling Marinette again, but things nothing good. She had to do this without her. I hate when she goes AWOL. She's not calling me back. Where's that girl? Seriously, my men, Naruto and Adrian did exact same way, Nino said before he heard Ayla's ringtone as she took it out and watched the news. It showed report that Ladybug, Kyubi, and Catmore have once again saved Paris. Ayla looked closer and recognized the yo-yo in Ladybug's hand as the yo-yo Chloe took out of her locker. Hey, I think I know who the Ladybug is, she wrote on the sticky note. Who is it? He asked. Chloe, she answered. Then Nino laughed at her revelation. You're kidding me? She's arrogant and superficial. Much like Save the World. You're funny. This isn't funny. This is serious. I'll prove it. Well, damn. Homework, huh? Naruto asked when he found out his clone died and gave him an assignment from school. He needs to be home or else he'll be late for his sleep. Naruto is in the same forest like he talked with Gamakichi who gave him weapons. And yes, he's talking with him. The reason why is he wanted to make sure his village is safe. The frog told him the village is fine and safe. Surprising, what Naruto heard from him is the hidden village that was Konoha had stopped being hidden and instead become the first metropolitan area like Paris. Wow, they're gonna build a train, Naruto said. Things got changed, my man, Gamakichi said. You're still going to school? I never thought you want to go to school so bad. What are you talking? I already passed through the academy. Gamakichi laughed at his past about school. Well, maybe you can gain experiences and become a Hokage if you're still going for that dream. Yeah, I know that. Naruto's face turned into a frown. He shouldn't have come to visit his world if he had a chance. You're okay? You're still thinking about her? Gamakichi asked. Naruto looked it up to him and tried to forget everything. I'm fine. Anyways, got any words from Sasuke? He's still on his journey and discovering new dimensions. It is possible he can find this dimension. I see. Let me know if Sasuke has a message for me. Alright. Naruto turned around and saying goodbye before he walked away. I see you later. We meet again, Gamakichi said before he vanished in a white smoke. Naruto released his yawning while stretching his arms up. His stomach is growling, so it seems like he hasn't eaten anything yet. He got out of a forest and planned to go to eat ramen restaurant, which is his favorite food. When he stopped at the traffic light, he saw a white limo just stopping by him. The window was opened, and now there's Adrian. What a surprise. Hey, Naruto! He greeted. Hey there, Adrian. What are you heading? To ramen restaurant. It's my favorite place to eat. Wanna hop in? Adrian asked as he opened a door for him. You're sure? He asked. I am sure. Adrian looked at Natalie. Natalie, can we let my friend Naruto a ride? Sure. Natalie glanced at his friend, Naruto. She remembered him that he came to Adrian's house and insulted his father. Friend, how am I going to explain this to his father? After a short time in a driving car, Naruto and Adrian ate ramen together. Natalie stood by her car and watching over Adrian, which made him nervous. Does she always like that? Naruto whispers to him about Natalie. Yeah, she does that all of the time. It's my father who gave them in order to be a bodyguard for me, Adrian said. That's explained why she's everywhere for him. Naruto can't blame him, but it's his father's protection. He wanted to keep his son safe. Maybe he was wrong about his father. He could be Hawkmoth and evil, but somehow he still cares about Adrian from his heart. There's a chance he could make Gabriel give up his Miraculous. You shouldn't get mad at your father because your father loves you and cares about you, Naruto said. True, but he kept me home for most of my life. It's not like I wanted to go outside and hang out with my friends. My father won't allow anyone to come to my house. All I ever wanted is a friend, so that I won't feel lonely by myself, he said. Naruto knows that feeling from Adrian. He used to be like that in his past. He suffered a painful and lonely life. A person like Adrian needs to have a friend that can support him. Growing up as an orphan who suffered years of hatred and social isolation by Konoha's villagers is the worst. What about you, Naruto? Have you been like this? Adrian remembered Naruto told his father about his past. Now, it's a good time to ask him like that. Naruto wasn't so sure to tell Adrian about himself because he's not ready. However, he needs to know how experienced he had been through. Yes, I've been through a painful and lonely life. My parents died in a car accident when I was a baby. I've become an orphan kid and nobody accepted me as their son. It's the worst life I ever experienced that. For a first time, Adrian dropped his tears for hearing his story. His parents died to protect him when he was a baby. Then, he became an orphan kid and didn't get adopted by anybody. It's a breaking heart for Naruto how he has been through this. He was just like Adrian. It's not, but similar his past how his father kept him up in his house for the rest of his life. No friends came to his house because his father won't allow them to come. Somehow, it's for safety. But later I was saved by my friends from my loneliness, he said. Really? That's good for you. I'm glad you have friends that care about you. Adrien frowned. You should be happy yourself, too. You got me, Nino, and everyone that care about you. They were the first to accept you as who you are, Adrien, Naruto said as he raised his fist for him to the knuckle. Adrien looked at him with a gentle smile. Yeah! He bumped to his fist. It's nice to have a talk with Naruto because he always supported him. He's a true friend. Adrien, it's time to head home, Natalie said. All right. Adrien stood up and going in a car, but he turned at Naruto. Wanna hop in? Nah, I'll be fine without you. I know the shortcut to my home, Naruto said. All right, suit yourself. Naruto watched white limo drives away as he put his money on a table before he goes out. He then jumped up on top of a building and hopped on another one. His home wasn't far away. With his speed, he could make it there on time. Well damn, Adrien's life is probably same as his, but he wouldn't call same. He's similar to him. His father won't let him go outside to play with his friends. Somehow, a father is protecting his son, but he kept him in a house for entire life, which made him feel lioness. He's just like me. I had to tell him, so that he can learn it, he thought. It's your choice to make it up. We won't stop you, but I believe you did a right thing, Matatabi said. Thanks, Naruto said. You shouldn't have broken into his house and attacked his father. You're pretty strong to take him down easily, Kurama said. I can't, even through Adrien's father is Hawkoth. Who knows what will happen to Adrien? He asked as he stopped when he saw Marinette's house. Thankfully, she's the one who cheered him up and took him to the special ramen restaurant. He was happy for her. Looking at her house, Naruto sees Marinette is sleeping on her desk from the window. She must have to work on her homework so hard and fell asleep. He can't leave her like that. Besides, he still has time to his home because he's a ninja. Well then, it's decided. Naruto jumped on a rooftop and carefully opened the trap door to get inside her house. He slowly walked downstairs without making a noise. This is a bad idea. He couldn't transform before entering a house. He observed Marinette's room for seconds and bumped into the desk. Marinette sleeping on her desk, and one more thing is he saw her Kiwami sleeping with her. He didn't expect she would sleep there, too. Anyways, Naruto lifted Marinette up and carries her to the bed to put her sleep. He walked away, but he looked at her for seconds. Sweet dream. He smiled as he walked to the trapdoor and left. The next day, Naruto was just arrived here and waiting for Adrien to come to school. However, there's something went missing. He's looking for Nino, and he usually comes here every day. Until now, he saw Nino was dragged by Alya and they went into the school. It's too late for Naruto to go call him because he saw Adrien's car. He came out of a car and walked to the school before he realized Nino wasn't there with Naruto. His best friend is always here for him. Naruto, have you seen Nino? He asked. Just saw him went in school with Alya. Somehow I thought they're a couple, Naruto said as he saw Adrien giggled. What? Maybe, but I don't think they're in that type of relationship. However, I do have a feeling for them. Naruto and Adrien went in school together while they're talking. They went into the locker change to put their stuff inside for safety. When they left the locker, they saw Alya, Chloe, Sabrina, and Kim went to the Principal Damocles' office. What's just happened? Adrien asked. I have no idea, Naruto said as he looked at the clock. It's time for him and Adrien to go to class. Come on. There's nothing we can do, but I'm sure Alya didn't do something bad. Yeah, you're right, he said. Right before they were going in the classroom, Nino showed up in time. He looks exhausted. You're here, Adrien said. Where did you go? I saw you went with Alya, but how come you're not with her anymore? Naruto asked. I did, but she went to the principal's office and she's suspended for a week. Naruto and Adrien were shocked. That's why she went to the office, but she didn't do anything wrong. They always hung up with her and Marinette together. She was a good person, but why? Seriously? Adrian asked. The short story accused to break Chloe's locker. I mean Ladybug's locker, Nino said. Naruto's eyes were twitching with confusion about that short story. So, Ayla broke Chloe's locker to find out if she's Ladybug. Seriously. What in the world would she be a ladybug? Easy, Ladybug's hair is blue. He even found out Marinette is Ladybug from the first met. No way, Adrian said. Exactly what I said, bro. Ayla thinks Chloe is Ladybug, Nino said. Adrian turned and looked at Chloe, who winked at him, and Naruto. This can't be true. It can't be her. There's no way Chloe can be Ladybug. After all of this time, trying to find out Ladybug is. Hold up! Ladybug's hair is blue, so how come Chloe's hair is blonde, not blue? Naruto said. A miracle just saved Adrian's life before he was going to die. He didn't think of that. I just realized Ladybug's hair is blue. Nino remembered her hair is blue from the news as he looked at Chloe's hair is blonde. Maybe he's right. Yeah, so that means Chloe isn't Ladybug and Ayla's guess is wrong. She probably thinks Ladybug is Chloe, but it's not, Naruto said. However, Ayla is suspended. There's a proof. Chloe isn't Ladybug. She's just a fan and copycat. Unfortunately, Ayla's theory is wrong, too, because she got suspended for a week. This will be bad if Marinette finds out about her, but she is here already. They looked at her, and she was shocked. Ayla is suspended. She heard 3 words before she was going into the classroom. This will be a good time to tell her what happened to Ayla. I'll tell her. Naruto tells his friends to go sit on the desk as they nodded. Okay, here is what happened. After he explained to Marinette about Ayla, she was shocked. Her best friend is suspended for a week for suspecting Chloe's private. Chloe is a ladybug? There's no way she could like her because she's already here. She also found out it was Chloe who forced the principal to suspended her. That's messed up. Ayla would never do that. Yeah, so sorry about your friend, Naruto said as he saw her faces frowned after hearing that. It's her best friend. There's nothing he can do but to finish the school. To cheer her up, he put his hand on her shoulder to make her look it up to him. He gave her a gentle smile. After school, we'll go to Ayla's house. To make sure she's alright, okay? Okay, Marinette said as she and Naruto went into a classroom. She looked at her empty desk without Ayla. She heard Chloe is laughing at her. Marinette sighed and had to sit by herself, but she saw Naruto sits on a chair next to her seat. How about I sit by you? I can't let my friend sit by herself, Naruto said. Marinette is blushed on her face and nodded as she sits by him. Her heartbeat can't slow down when she saw him sitting by her. For getting good karma, she saw Chloe is jealous of her. That was a payback for forcing principal to suspend Ayla. Sitting with Naruto is so awesome. She felt so great and always wanted that, but she doesn't do that to Ayla. It's her best friend. They always sat together for a year. She's always here for her. If you don't want me to sit here, I'll just... Naruto said. Wait. Just stay for a while. I'm sorry, but I can't stop thinking about Ayla. She's my best friend and supported me a lot. We're always sitting together, she said. She'll be alright. Remember, we'll go see her after school, he said. The projector system started to power up itself and flashed on the whiteboard. She wears a black suit and legs white with 3 stripes. A black butterfly-shaped mask on her face. I'm Lady Wi-Fi, upholder of the truth. Scoop number 1. Your principal has a little secret to confess. So, Mr. Damocles? It seems you wrongly suspended a student named Alya today? Yes, it's true. So, you admit you were biased? Arbitrary? Completely unfairly? Yes, I admit it. Naruto got up and ran to the principal's office. He saw Mr. Damocles' body is frozen with a pause logo. Shit. Akuma must have picked Ayla as a victim and turned into a villain. Then, he heard bell is ringed as he looked over the window and saw everyone ran. He sensed Marinette and Adrian should be on their way to Chloe's house. That's good. Seems his job is accepted and going have to save Alya from Akuma. Somewhere in the city, Naruto transformed into Kyubi and on his way to Chloe's house. Why? Because Lady Wi-Fi thinks Chloe is Ladybug, so she gonna expose her true identity to everyone on a live stream. Hates doing this to Chloe, but he's going have to let Lady Wi-Fi expose Chloe's secret for everyone. The reason why he did this, he can't find Lady Wi-Fi around the city. He searched her everywhere, and even with his sense can't follow her. She teleported herself to different locations using cell phones and antennas. It makes sense why she called herself a name. Luckily, he's here first. The others should be here any second now, he thought as he saw Katnoir and Ladybug have arrived. Hey there, Kyubi! Did you find her yet? Katnoir asked. Nope, but I know she's after Chloe, Kyubi said as he looked at Ladybug. I didn't know Chloe is your fan. She's a fan and copycat, she replied as she looked at him. Kyubi, for some reasons why because he looks familiar. He's different than her and Katnoir. Hey, Kyubi. Yeah? He looked at her. I know this isn't a good place, but there's something I wanted to ask. Sure, what is it? Ladybug gasped because she was nervous about asking him. It was a curious question. Tiki told her that every miraculous power has one ability that costs for using that, but Kyubi has lots. How come dash? She paused when she heard a scream and looked at a big hotel. We asked that later. We got Wi-Fi. The three of them went on a rush to the hotel. While they're running, they saw the video screen appeared in the sky with Lady Wi-Fi and Chloe. She announced for everyone to show them what she was. Lady Wi-Fi removed Chloe's Ladybug mask and showed them she's a ladybug. However, it's not her. A great time for three heroes jumped into the window by kicking and stopped Lady Wi-Fi. Lady Wi-Fi is very confused when she saw another ladybug. She got Ladybug right next to her and saw another one. Who are you? And I thought she dash. She's not real Ladybug. The real one is right next to me, Naruto said. Sorry to bust your story, but next time, double check on her facts, Katnoir said. You'll be sorry. Lady Wi-Fi growled as she swiped like the cross line on her phone to release Chloe. Since they're here, she'll have to grab their Miraculous and show everyone who they are. The battle has started. Lady Wi-Fi swiped on her screen forward to shoot out a pause logo to make them freeze. The three of them dodged her attacks. Kyubi used the smoke bomb on her, so they can escape to the stairwell. The only way that can stop Lady Wi-Fi is destroying the signal receiver on the rooftop. Kyubi was going after it, but he's being attacked by Lady Wi-Fi as he followed his two partners down to the basement of the building. Ladybug's plan is really a genius. They're luring her because going down can make her signal out of a range. They were preparing for her to come down, but she isn't coming. Kyubi, Ladybug and Katnoir then ran back up all the stairs, only to find that the door on every floor has a lock icon on it. Hey, you all realized we might know each other outside in normal life, Katnoir said. Not now, Kyubi denied. He's right. We have more important things to worry about, Ladybug said. They finally reach an unlocked floor and kick the door open, finding themselves in the hotel's dining area. All the tables have a phone on them. Kyubi warned them about Lady Wi-Fi that she can teleport into a phone. Okay, we're going to destroy the phones. She won't be using teleport anymore, Kyubi said. Alright, Ladybug said. Nice one, man, Katnoir smirked. Both of them agreed to his plan and going along with it. Then, Lady Wi-Fi teleported from a phone and shooting a pause logo at them. The three split up to get away from the shooting. They ran into a different way to distract her. You're not going anywhere, Kyubi! Lady Wi-Fi chased after Kyubi, who planned to go up rooftop to destroy receiver. She is shooting rapidly now as she swiped her finger faster to freeze him before he'll reach it. You're going have to catch me! He smirked as he vanished into a yellow flash to get top of a rooftop. He was too fast for her. Now, he can destroy the signal receiver, but he didn't know until Lady Wi-Fi teleported from antennas. Right. You might be the fastest superhero in the world, but I can use my phone to teleport any phones and antennas, she said. No, Naruto. He looked behind at the door and sensed his friends are coming from there. He has to save Alya, Marinette's best friend from Hawkmoth. It's time to get serious. In that case, I'll have to go serious. Serious? How in world dash? Then, Lady Wi-Fi saw the signal receiver was cut and her phone was taken. What? Looking for this? Naruto smirked as he held a phone in his hand. Lady Wi-Fi was so shocked that she didn't catch on him. For the last seconds, he didn't make any movement. He's just too fast and his speed is legit serious fast. Naruto crushed the phone and the akuma was set freed, but it ain't going anywhere. He jumped and caught it as he started to use his golden chakra to purify akuma to turn into a regular butterfly. Moreover, a good time as Ladybug and Catwar are finally here. Kyubi, how did you dash? Ladybug shocked. It's one of my abilities. I can also purify akuma like yours, Ladybug, Kyubi said as the butterfly gave him a quick hug. You're very welcome. You think you can help us to clean the mess? The butterfly nodded as it flew around the signal receiver and repaired it. Then, it flew into the building to fix the mess that Lady Wi-Fi destroyed. That's a good thing. Glad that's over. Alya should be back into a normal person. He looked. Alya has turned back. Well, I should go now. Farewell. Bye, Ladybug said. She didn't have a chance to ask him, but at least, Alya is back normal. Her miraculous limit is running out of time. Catwar, we should go. Right, he said. After it's over, Marinette transformed back into citizen from her time limit. She's on her way home, but her foot is splinted. She must have fought with Lady Wi-Fi while buying Kyubi more time to get top of a rooftop. Lady Wi-Fi shot a pause logo in her feet and twisted her bone before she chased her. Damn, her life sucks. Man, how am I supposed to be at home? She asked. I can take you there. Marinette turned in shock to see Kyubi. Kyubi? What are you doing here? I was gonna, but I saw you're having a hard time to walk. Do you need a help? He asked. I am fine. I can walk myself. She tripped over, but Kyubi ran in front of her and caught her in his arms before she'll fall on the ground. Marinette looked up to him with a blush on her cheeks. Kyubi sighed how stubborn she was, but she got a spirit. He'll have to take her home or else her parents will get worried about her. Just shut up and let me help you. Okay, Marinette? How did you know? She gasped as Kyubi lifted her body up and jumped on a building. Then, he hopped on the buildings until he gets there at Marinette's home. She was surprised he's here and helps her to take her home. She wouldn't have called her parents or Alya to walk with her, but it was a rare moment. No one ever does that to her. Hey, Kyubi. Why did you join them? Why did I join them? It's because they're protecting people they cared about. It makes me think I know that they're strong, in a body and in spirit. I wanted to join them because we have the same path that crossed the light, he said as he landed on Marinette's house and put her down on a seat. My power isn't the Rasengan or clone jutsu. My power is right here. He points to the center of his chest. At that moment, Marinette just got a strange vibe from him, but her heart is growing of him. Her strange feeling is she has a crush on Naruto, but now it's Kyubi. Somehow, those two are quite similar. Hold on for seconds, Kyubi said as he looked at her foot and held on it. His golden chakra is healing her to restore back. There you go. Try to walk. That was quick, but she had to trust him. She stood up on her both feet and felt fine without feeling a pain. Hey, that's actually felt better. How did you do that? What was that? It's my healing power. He smiled as he turned around and began to head back home. I gotta go. It's getting late. Wait, she yelled as Kyubi stopped and looked at her. Thank you for taking me home. And? Why did you help me? That question, why did he help her? In his heart, it told him to help her like the time he did before. I don't want to lose my precious friend. Huh? Marinette asked before Kyubi vanished in a yellow flash and headed home. A precious friend is what she heard from him. What did he mean by that? The next morning, Naruto is going to ask Master Fu that he never questioned that before. A few weeks ago, Master Fu explained him everything about miraculous power, but Naruto didn't have a chance to ask him that question. He was curious. "Hey Fu," Naruto said. "Yes?" he asked as he planted on his flower. Naruto sat down on the floor and had a curious question that he never asked. "What will happen if Ladybug's earring and Kanwar's ring combine together? The picture I saw is yin and yang." Here comes the part where the conversation is serious. Master Fu finished his plant and sat on the floor. He poured the tea on 2 cups, one for himself and one for Naruto. It's time to tell him about the secret of miraculous true power. By looking at his face, Naruto can tell that Master Fu is serious. He never told him about the secret of miraculous true power. If they combine together, the miraculous will give ultimate power to the person. This power can shape reality itself, further commenting that it would allow them to make a wish. "Allow them to make a wish," Naruto said as he was thinking about using the wish to bring him back to his homeland, but he felt something not right about it. "What will happen if they use the wish?" "Then they'll have to make an offer to exchange life," he said. Naruto's eyes are wide in shock. He didn't know the wish could make a difficult offer to exchange life. Well damn. If Hawkmoth made a wish, who knows what will happen? It could be everybody including Adrian. No matter what, he will protect the people from him. He will stop him with his life. Even though he is Adrian's father, he still has to stop him with no cost. If Adrian knows his father is a Hawkmoth, then he's going to have to fight against him in order to save the Paris and stop him. "Sorry had to give you bad news. I know you wanted to get back home, but it's dangerous to offer," Master Fu said. "Damn. We were so close using that wish to bring us home," Kurama said. "It's hard to make a decision, Kurama," Naruto said. "However, Sasuke is looking for you to bring you back home. He's on a journey through Kagaya's dimensions," Chomi said. "He's right, but it costs Sasuke's lots of chakra to going into different dimensions. So, he's going to have to take his time and recharge his chakra. Also, he's on his mission to search for something that he never told Naruto about it. I'm sure Sasuke takes his time to find me from here, but he's on his secret mission. He didn't tell me about details," he said. "He will when he finished his journey," Gyuki said. Naruto nodded. His phone is ringing just now, so he picked it up and watched the live stream of Alya. She was holding the history book because she found it from Ladybug while hanging on the helicopter. Ladybug or Marinette must have dropped it. That's not good for her. "Man, she's always clumsy." He giggled as he put his phone away and heading to the backyard. A cool breeze touched the warmth of his cheeks. "Naruto, is there something wrong?" Master Fu concerned. "It's nothing," Naruto replied as he looked at his phone again and found the location of the museum. He thought it was interesting he could explore there for his research or his diary. "Can you believe it? All I gotta do is find out who this history book belongs to and bam! I figured out Ladybug's identity. I'm so on this one," Alya said. "You really think you can figure out who Ladybug is from a textbook that every high school student owns?" Marinette said. "Yep, 'cause our school is the only school that uses that book." The 2 girls are in the museum. They're here because Alya might find out who Ladybug was. She has one of the students' history books in her backpack. This will be tough for Marinette. She had to do something to cover her identity from her, or else her identity is blow up. She cannot believe she dropped her history and Alya found it while holding a helicopter. She tried her best to hold her book while helping the pilot. Shouldn't have left the book at home. Otherwise, her identity wouldn't have been safe. Thankfully, she got a help from Tiki, the one who told her to go to the museum. Her defense mission is luring Alya to the Egypt room and shows her about the ladybug that can cover her identity. However, Marinette doesn't know about Egypt history. Why? She thought as she remembered that night where Kyubi dropped her off at her house. Her heart is beating for him. Why do I have a feeling for him? Marinette, look! Alya whispered. Marinette looked down there and saw Naruto. She was so shocked that he's in a museum. And Naruto? What is he doing here? Marinette, you need to get a grip up, Alya said. But I'm not ready yet. I didn't know he's here, she said. Oh boy, there goes shy Marinette again whenever she sees Naruto, just like what Alya said. She's very shy and clumsy. She can't handle it on herself, so Alya had to help her a lot. No matter what cost. Alya sighed as she's waving her hand in the air and called his name. Hey, Naruto! He turned around and saw Alya's waving at him. She's also brought Marinette with her at a museum. It was surprised they're here. So, Naruto walked after them to greet them. Hey girls! What are you doing here? He asked. We're here to see Egyptian exhibit, Alya said. Sounds pretty cool. Can I go with you? Marinette reacted so surprisedly when he said that. Her heart suddenly beat faster, and Wanna says yes to him. Of course, you can go with us. It was amazing that you're here, she said without hesitating, but she realized she actually said that when she covered her mouth. Alya was shocked too. Damn, her best friend went hella bold at that moment. Well then, thank you. Perhaps you can show me where Egyptian exhibit? Naruto asked with a smile. He was quite surprised at how brave she was. Usually, she was a shy person. However, she started to get changed a bit. Sure. Just follow me. She began as Naruto followed her where the Egyptian exhibit is. Funny thing is they left Alya alone without even noticing. Hey! Wait for me! She yelled as she goes after them. After a long time, Naruto, Marinette, and Alya reached the King Tut exhibit while they're talking about history. Alya was silent and watched them talking to each other. She was amazed how Marinette talks with him without getting too much pressure or something else. Since when she did become like that? Marinette is having a great time for spending with Naruto. With him being around here, she isn't nervous only for once. After they're done, she'll turn back into a shy girl again. On a second thought, she observed his face to Kyubi's face. Their faces are almost looking same. What's wrong? He looked at her as she turned away. Oh, it's nothing, she said as she looked at his face again. This can't be right. He looked exactly like Kyubi, but can't find a proof yet. Besides, Naruto is her friend and one of kindest friend ever. There was no way he cannot be like him. So, Marinette, what made you come here? He asked. Marinette panicked for the book. She almost forgot about Alya. Yeah, about that. I'm here because dash. At that moment, they were interrupted by an unexpected young man shoves past them and drops a bunch of papers and a necklace, which, thankfully, hasn't broken. He wears glasses, an orange scarf, a scarab pendant, a white shirt with a golden eye of Horus on it, a grayish-green jacket, beige jeans, and sandals. Hey! Naruto growled. I'm so sorry. Hey, you're in the same grade as Alex, right? I'm her older brother, Jalil Kubdal. Jalil introduced. Alya Césaire. Marinette Deepening. Naruto Uzumaki. Everyone has introduced their name to him. They didn't know Jalil is Alex's brother. Jalil heard his name before because her sister Alex told him about Naruto who fixed the watch. Naruto Uzumaki? You're the one who fixed my father's watch. Alex told me about you. Wow, really? He's surprised. Yeah, I'm the one who fixed it. Thank you for fixing my father's watch. Oh, hey, father! He skipped his subject when he saw his father who is behind those three. He chased after him. Dad, there's someone I want you to meet. So, Naruto met Alex's father, the one who gave his daughter a watch. He wears glasses, a gray jacket, gray slacks, and black shoes. A lavender scarf around his neck. You must be Alex's friend. Naruto, am I right? He asked. That's me. Naruto smiled. Thank you for fixing my daughter's pocket watch. I'm apologized for making you fix the watch for her. I know that watch is impossible for everyone to fix. No need to, Mr. Kubdal. I'm happy to fix everyone's problem and you can count on me, he said. But then, Jalil interrupted their conversation. Dad, there's something I have to show you, he said as he and his dad walked toward the scroll on a wall. Maybe we should go and leave them, Naruto whispered as Marinette agreed with him and already decided to go with him. Again, they left Alya behind, who made her face confused. Hold on! You're leaving me again! She yelled as she goes after them. There's nothing wrong with living out a fantasy. Especially when I can make it a reality, Hawkmoth said as he grabbed Butterfly into his hand and turned it into Akuma. Fly away, my evil Akuma, and transform that young man! The Akuma flew out from the window and searched for the victim. Actually, Hawkmoth already said that from earlier. Pharaoh. I am Hawkmoth. I have endowed you with a magical power of the ancient gods. You must do me a favor in return for the gift. My precious Nefertiti will come back to life. Man, Naruto said as he's starting to lose his mind for looking at the scroll on a wall. They came back to the same place because Marinette wanted to. Right, she had to because Alya got her history book and might find out it was hers. What even worse is Naruto wasn't smart enough to get known about Egypt history. He skipped his homework and school because he was so busy with his patrol job. Well, damn. He watched Marinette is trying to make Alya look at Egypt's scroll. She wanted her to look for something. For no choice, he'll have to ask Bijou about Egypt history for a help, or otherwise Marinette's cover will blow up. Any clues, guys? So she can recover her identity. What about that? Chome asked as he was looking at the woman with a yo-yo. Then, Naruto blinked his eyes for seconds and looked closer where Chome looks at. A woman is holding with a yo-yo, and almost like Ladybug. However, that ain't her because Master Fu told him about the real story. So, it's not her, but it'll save Marinette's identity. He tapped on her shoulder and pointed his finger at Ladybug on a scroll. Alya, look! Marinette grabbed her and pointed at the scroll. You see that? Alya looked at it, and she got her surprised. She saw an Egyptian ladybug. There's no mistake because she's holding the yo-yo. No way, dash. She stopped when she heard a woman screamed as they turned around. They saw a strange golden person with a looking pharaoh's head who just walked in and attacked security. He's big and muscular. His appearance is black and his eyes are glowing blue. He wears Egypt bands on his wrists, ankles and biceps, a golden mask. Naruto recognized that appearance and his aura. That's Jalil Kubdal. He got akumized by Hawkmoth after he was down. That villain looks very tough opponent. It's gonna cost Ladybug and Chatwar tough time to fight him on 2-on-1. Here he comes. Pharaoh created some kind of black gold orb and shoots it as the orb expanded big. Naruto grabbed Alya and Marinette as they ducked under to dodge from the orb. He knows what the orb can do when he saw security trapped inside the bubble. It made him go slow. You girls stay down. Ilila! Naruto saw Alya is running a different way as she recorded the scene with her phone. He was going after her, but Jalil attacked him. So, he had to take cover from him. Naruto can't transform in here because Marinette is next to him. He can't leave her behind, or perhaps he can make a distraction. It's his best option. Marinette, I'll create a distraction. You'll escape first and call cops, he said. What? But what about you, Dash? Don't worry about me. He won't catch me easily. Believe in me, he said. Marinette can go because she can find a hiding spot and transform in Ladybug, but having him here and become decoy is crazy. However, she had to believe in him. Okay, but please be careful. I'll be fine, Tabeo. He smiled as he gave her a thumb up. He watched her leaving the place from Dangerous, but she'll be back. Good. Since she's gone, he can transform now before Pharaoh will find him. Naruto made his necklace glows as he's transforming into Kyubi. It started improving fast to transform. Now he's in. He'll have to stop Pharaoh or else he'll do something bad. So, he approached and stopped him from stealing a scepter. You know it's just a legend, he said. Pharaoh turned around. You're right, but I'm taking it back and show you what scepter can do. I'll show everyone the legend is true. Well then, I'll have to take you down, Kyubi said as he charged and jumped spinning roundhouse kick to Pharaoh's face. A good first hit made him drop on his knee. He punched on his face again, and the second attack is uppercut to his chin. made Pharaoh flies into the air and fell into the glass case. Kyubi can finish him without breaking a sweat. His akuma should be a necklace because he sensed it. Look at Kyubi go! If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. Alya distracted Kyubi as he looked at her. He almost forgot she's still here, but then, he sees Pharaoh is punching him, but he reacted and dodged his attack. Shit! I was so close, Kyubi thought. Thoth, give me time, Pharaoh called as his face mask transformed into a baboon face. He shot at a big bubble to trap Kyubi inside and make him slow. Kyubi dodged attacks as he jumped over it and charged him. He can go different plan to defeat him, and this time he won't miss it, but unexpected moves that he saw his face changed into Lioness face. Pharaoh grabbed his leg and began to spin him, throwing him into a wall, but Kyubi moves his other leg to kick in his face. When he's down, Kyubi did a submission grabs as he held his arm and legs wrapped around his neck. He's strangling him alright and going to grab his necklace, but with Pharaoh's strength, he lifted him up and slammed him on his back. He slammed him 3 times and the last hit is slamming him into the glass case. Just in a good time, Ladybug tossed her yo-yo and wrapped around Pharaoh's arm before he'll reach Kyubi's miraculous necklace. You're okay? She worried before Pharaoh lifted her with a yo-yo, and he threw her into a wall. He grabbed the scroll and going to escape from this place, but Katwar blocks his way. How nice of you to hold the door for me. He smiled as he began to attack by jumping on him, but he grabbed in his face instantly. He threw him into the mummy coffin and trapped in there. Ladybug rushed over and tried to get it open, but she saw her friend Alya has been kidnapped by Pharaoh. Damn her, why didn't she run or hide? All she did is vlogging her video. Naruto finally got up from his injury, which it isn't a problem because he had his back healed quick. He saw his 2 partners have arrived, but importantly is Pharaoh kidnapped Alya with reason. Hopefully, he doesn't plan to sacrifice her, or is he? Kyubi, you're okay? Ladybug worried. Never mind me. We have to save her now, Kyubi said. Outside of the Louvre Museum after Alya got kidnapped, lots of mummies were gathered in an Egyptian symbol. It was some kind of ritual. Those mummies are the citizen. They turned into a mummy by Pharaoh's power. Excuse me, Pharaoh, but what exactly is going on? Alya said as she held her phone to record for a vlog. I am going to carry out the sacred spell to bring Nefertiti back. You're talking about the sound the papyrus. Correct. The 100 mummies and the offering. What kind of offering? To persuade the sun god Ra to give me back my sweet princess. I must give him something in return. A pure soul. Pharaoh turned around and stared at Alya. You look so much like her. The scroll is unwrapped and showed the picture to her. She was shocked when she saw a woman who looks almost just like her. Say what? She shocked before few mummies lifted her up as they carried her to the ritual from up the dark sky. Alya can't escape from them, and she'll gonna turn into a mummy. Hey there, you bunch of bandages. What do you say we wrap this up? Katwar smirked. Attack him! Pharaoh commanded as the mummies chased after him. Katwar jumped on the light pole while they're chasing him. He started to chuckle. Pharaoh started to realize his mummies are gone. Wait, this looks like a trap. There's Ladybug on the rooftop, preparing to rescue for Alya. She tossed a yo-yo around the small pillar and swung toward Alya as she grabbed her hand. Pharaoh was going after them, but Kyubi interrupted him when he kicked on his side of a head. It stopped him from going after them. You think I'm going to let you do this? He said. I don't have a time with you. Horus, give me a wing! Pharaoh called as his mask changed into an eagle. It gave him a flight ability to fly. He's going after Ladybug and Alya with this flight ability. Kyubi had to make it fast, so he vanished in pure speed and got on his back. He began to hold on his neck to make it turn away from them. They flew in a different direction as Pharaoh tries to push Kyubi off him. He was quite stubborn and tough. Why do you always interfering me? He said. Because I can. Kyubi said as he opened his palm and blue chakra is rotating. He's creating Rasengan, but this time it's full power. Ras and dash. He held on it tight when Pharaoh flew up in the air. They went higher just past by Eiffel Tower. Pharaoh spun in a spiral, getting Kyubi off him. His hands are slipping off. He's falling down if he doesn't do something. This height is too high for him. Fuck. Looks like I have to use it. Kyubi clapped his hands and closed his eyes to concentrate his chakra. It has been a while since I haven't used this. I'm going to serious now. He saw Alya is floating toward the dark cloud means she's sacrificing, so he dove down fast and grabbed her in his arms. He landed perfectly, but he hit on the ground so hard. Seems like his thing is little overwhelming. Dude! He just landed from 900 feet. His legs should be broken now. Cat was shocked. No, there's different about him, Ladybug said. Hey, Kyubi! I have a question. Why is your eye look like a frog? Alya asked. It's not a frog, Kyubi said as he blocked Pharaoh's fist from his face and looked at him. His eyes changed into yellow and almost like a toad's eyes. It's a toad. Allow me to introduce my ability, Sage Mode. He pulled him to him and punched into his stomach. Pharaoh has definitely felt hurt when he got punched. His punching hit him so hard. His strength has increased. It's stronger than Sekhmet's mask. Mummy, destroy him! He commanded his mummies to attack Kyubi. Kyubi is warming up by cracking his knuckles and his neck. Damn, he hasn't been using that form a while. Well, it's a secret. Supposed to be a secret, not showing his that to everyone, but it's too late now. The action has begun. Kyubi grabbed one mummy when he saw the attack. He lifted it and spun around as he threw it into the group of the mummy. His strength is very strong, so better to be careful or else he'll hurt citizens. He could solo, but don't have a time with them. In that case, he'll have to use Shadow Clone Jutsu. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. He summoned a bunch of a clone himself. One of you takes Alya for safe. Rest of you take them down, but don't hurt them. They're still citizens. Right. Kyubi went after Pharaoh, but he saw him flew toward him. He reacted fast as he jumped over and punched on his back. What are you? You better give up, Pharaoh. 'Cause I'm 100 times stronger than you. Not even your muscle mass can even stop me, he said as he created a Rasengan. Sorry, looks like I have to take you down quick. Rasengan! Pharaoh got hit and slammed into the ground by Naruto's Rasengan. He grabbed the necklace from him and broke it into the half. The black butterfly is free, but it got grabbed in Kyubi's hand. He changed his chakra into Kurama's chakra to purify. After that, the butterfly cleaned the mess that Pharaoh destroyed. Oh yeah, the citizens have returned to normal human. Ladybug and Katwar have lost their word. They cannot believe what they just saw. Kyubi fell from up the sky. His legs couldn't have broken. He looked so different when his eyes turned toad eyes. That wasn't so hard, Kyubi said. Kyubi! Ladybug yelled as she ran toward him and stopped him before he leaves. What was that? I saw you fell down from the sky. How did you survive? Yeah, man. You just took him down by 1 or 2 hits. And how many abilities do you even have? Katwar asked. What's wrong with your eyes? Oh, that. I'm in Sage Mode. It gave me speed, strength, and endurance. Kyubi didn't tell them that he had a senior ability. That one can let him sense anyone from all range. If he does that, they're gonna find Hawkmoth easily. His sensor is strong and can find him with no problem. Seriously, he can find him just for a second. He doesn't have times to explain to them about himself, and cannot tell them about his secret. Hey, the miraculous ability can only have one, but you have a lot. Maybe you can tell us? We promise we won't tell anyone, Ladybug asked. I'm sorry, but I cannot tell you of my secret. It's my rule not to tell anyone who I can trust and not ready, he said as he's leaving, but took a quick look at them. Maybe, next time he'll tell them. After the fight is over, Marinette explained to Alya what happened about the mummy. She got lucky because there's an Egyptian ladybug on the stone and she showed it to her. Everything is under control. Seems like Alya does not know who Ladybug was. Marinette didn't know she was in Egypt era, but it's a different person. I don't get it. I know I'm not 5,000 years old, so who exactly was that ladybug in the papyrus? She said as she's reading the history with Tiki. Kwame like me and superheroes like you who always existed. So, that wasn't you on the papyrus. What do you think? You don't look 5,000 years old well, Marinette said as she's petting on Tikik's head and making her giggle. Hey, Marinette, she said. Yes? It's about Kyubi. I think I kinda like him when he's in sage mode, Tiki confessed. Marinette was surprised when her Kwame confessed about Kyubi. Really? What made you say that? Because he has the scent of nature which is I liked. Kwame love nature and live in a forest. Not live there, but we usually go there to meet my friends and play, she said. That is rare one from Tiki's comment about Kyubi. He does have a scent of nature. Marinette have never heard a word sage mode. Tiki told her Kwame doesn't have one like that. By the way, when they use miraculous power, it costs time limit. However, she saw him using clone and Rasengan that he's supposed to be back into a normal person quick and his time limit. Strange. Who's that? Marinette heard a knocking from the window on her right side. She got off her bed and looked closer to her window. Kyubi? Hi, Marinette, he greeted. Can I come in? Yes, of course, Marinette said as she looked back to make sure Tiki is hiding before opening a window. She opened the window for him to get in her house. It was late. She was curious why he's here. So, why are you here in my house? Aren't you supposed to watch over the city? Don't worry, I used my clone to watch over the city for me. I'm here because I'm bored, he said as he observed around her room. With the light on, it was quite impressive room. Nice room you got there. Thank you, she said as she sat on her chair. It's funny how she lets superhero enter her house because she never did it before. So, what do you do in here? He asked. Nothing. Just studying on my history book for test tomorrow, she said. Kyubi's face started to sweat for not studying a history book. He forgot to do that because he was on patrol. That suck. Right. Yeah, lucky I have my history book, she said. Kyubi grabbed a family picture from her desk and looked at it. He saw her dad, and her mom took a picture in front of a store. Looking at her parents, it makes him happy to see Marinette being with her family. Very nice family. When he put the picture down, he saw something red scarf on the side. Wow! Are you knitting a scarf? He asked as he looked at white, blue, and green yarns on her desk. There was a red one right above them that hasn't complete yet. Who are you making for Dash? Marinette dashed past him and grabbed the red one before he can see it. She put it inside the drawer and closed it, showing her blushing face to him for looking at her private things without getting permission. He's not supposed to look at it. Why you're not supposed to look? It hasn't been finished yet. Sorry, I can't show you that yet. With that saying, Kyubi didn't know that, but it's his fault for looking at her stuff without permission. Maybe it'll be better not to touch anything besides that. Alright. Sorry. She breathed a sigh of relief for him not seeing everything that she's making. Good. I know. How about we go outside on a roof? Come with me. Marinette walked up to skylight door above her bed as Kyubi followed her. When they're out of her room, they're on the balcony of the baking store or house. It was great to view outside. Nice view, he admitted. I know. It's the only one I can relax outside, she said as she stretched out her arms up. She then looks at him. Kyubi. Yeah? I saw the video from Isla's video. It's about your eyes. They turned into toad eyes. Is that true? Yes, that's called sage mode, he said. Then maybe you could tell me about it, Marinette said. She wanted to know about him. He did tell her and Kanwar that he can't tell them his secret, who he really was and his miraculous power. She knows that, but she had to ask him. She had to. Hopefully, he can tell her a few things which it's cool to her. I can't, Kyubi said as he saw her face is disappointed. Yeah, of course she wants to know about him. You know, Ladybug asked me the same question. And you did just like her, makes me think that you're a dash. Then, Marinette started to freak out when he asked her that. There's no way Kyubi ever find out about her identity. I was just kidding, girl. He smiled as he tapped his fingers on her forehead. There's no way you're a ladybug. She wasn't a clumsy hero like you. Hey, I am not! She yelled, giving him a cute pout. It's true. Your friend Ayla told me how clumsy you are. He smirked. Darn it, Ayla! She does that to me, she said. Kyubi giggled at her. Seems like she likes to tease you so much. I can't blame you. Yeah. Marinette remembered she almost blew her identity to Ayla that she found her history book. Yeah, she's so busy helping the pilot because the helicopter was jammed. Then, dropped her book and landed where Ayla's standing. Marinette? She rolled her eyes to the left and saw his worried face. It was quite a surprise to see his face like that. Not all superhero from her city made that face like that. I'm okay, Kyubi. She decided not to tell him about herself of Ladybug. Honestly, Kyubi did a better job than her. Mari, you can tell me now, he said. I think Kyubi should be replacing Ladybug. Then, Kyubi is surprising with his face for what she just said. Why? Because you did a better job than her. You have a strategy and purified power like her yo-yo. It wasn't your first though. Your fighting skills are way better than hers. So, I thought you can be replacing her place to protect the city with your power. Marinette frowned before her head was lifted by the chin and looked at him. That's not true. I wasn't trying to replace her. I would never. Listen, Ladybug did a great job more than me. If I wasn't here, then your city wouldn't have been akumized without her, Kyubi said as Marinette's face started red. Well, how can I describe of her? She was amazing, brave, and kind. Those are things that I liked her because she never gives up. She had to follow her dream until it's complete. It's not just you or Ladybug, we all hold those feelings within our hearts. They're what bind our lives together and make us comrade. If we all give up, our sacrifice will have been for nothing, and that is when you give up your dream, for you are no longer. That's how I feel. She never going back on one's word is her ninja way. Ninja way? Marinette confused why he said that, but it doesn't matter. She felt better now because of his speech to her. Kyubi is a somehow special person that she ever met. It's like he did that before. Thank you? I don't know what to say. Hey, it's what I do. Cheering people is also my job, he said as his face changed into curious when his clone's time is out. I gotta go. My time is up dash. Kyubi is leaving, but caught him surprising when his hand was held by Marinette. He turned around and looked at her. No, don't go. Please stay. I didn't ask you to leave yet, she said before she realized that she's holding his hand. She let go of his hand. Sorry. I didn't mean to. Then, she felt warm feeling on her shoulders as she looked it up to him. He smiled at her. It'll be better for you to go sleep, he said. You have a test tomorrow, right? Maybe another day tonight. I'll come to visit you as soon as I can. Okay, thank you for visiting me. I'm glad you came to my house, she said. Kyubi smiled again before leaving her house and saying goodbye. Funny how he gave that speech to her, and even said ninja's way. There you have it. That's how my career has started. My daughter, Marinette, will come around and passed out some croissants baked fresh this morning, said Marinette's father, Tom. It's his name and Marinette's father what he just introduced. He is a tall man with a large build. He has green eyes, brown hair, sideburns, and a mustache. He wears a light blue shirt with 2 buttons at the front of the neckline, light brown pants, and dark brown dress shoes. He wears a silver band on his ring finger. Today is the parents' career day. Every student has to bring their parent to the school and share their career. Marinette's father was the second who had just shared for everyone because someone shared it first. It's Gabriel Agresti. It was very surprising that he showed up in class and shared it. Adrian is happy that his father is here. He didn't know he would come today. It was his great moment to see him at his school. That wasn't joking. However, He left the class after Tom finished his career life. Quite a disappointment how quick it was, but it was nice to have him to come to his school at least. "Dude, you're alright?" Nino asked. "I'm fine. At least he shared his career and waited here for that long," Adrian said as he smiled for a bit. He looked at Naruto with a sad expression. He remembered what he said to him. His parents died from a car crash. So, he's himself. No parents. Marinette even felt bad about him when she passed by him, too. Her heart was crushed. Adrian told her that his parents died from horrible crash. He was an orphan kid before and didn't get adopted from anyone, but the good thing Marinette learned that he was adopted by old guy. She would call it grandpa, but still, Naruto must have gone through lots of pain and hardship. "Here, Naruto," she said as she passed croissants to Naruto, and he looked at her with an awful smile. His smile is so fake and sad. So, Marinette is going to have to cheer him up. "Please, cheer up. It hurts for losing your parents and being loner. But don't be sad. You have everyone and me. I want you to be happy for me. Your face hurts my heart, so show me a smile for me." For his first time, he was very surprised when she said that to him. It's very sweet words. His heart feels the warmth from her sweet words. Almost like Hinata. Honestly, nobody ever said that to him with kind words. She's right. He doesn't have to be sad. He got new friends that are here with him. They are always here with him and supported him a lot, but mostly Marinette. She's a cheerful and heart-warming person. She always supported him. With that, he showed his warm smile for her. "Thank you, Marinette. You always cheered me a lot, which is I like about you," he said. "I'll like about me?" Marinette shocked with a blush on her face as she began to shake her plait and tripped over Circle Box. Her crush made his move as he goes underneath her body and slammed into stair before she'll hurt herself. "Naruto, I'm so sorry! I. Ayla is actually taking a picture and video of them. She loves to do that to Marinette. On my gallery. It's okay. I'm alright, and more important, you're not hurt. I'm glad you're not hurt," he said as he saw a small kitty was rolling under a table with bracelet. Thank you." Marinette noticed everyone is watching her and Naruto lying together like a couple. She was very red on her face and her father is watching her. "Maybe we can get up, you know." "Oh, right," he said as he sees her gets up and lends a hand him for him to get up. Then, he looked at the mess that she got tripped. "Thanks. Let me help you with that." He and Marinette picked croissants together while Ayla's mother is sharing her career to everyone. They finished it before she finished, and the next person is Officer Police. He is at a medium height and a bit overweight. He has short orange hair, green eyes, and a large nose. "Thank you for helping me," Marinette said. "You're welcome. I should be thanking you for cheering me up," Naruto said. Marinette gave a smile to him. It's nice to see him happy again, that she wanted him to do. "My bracelet. It's gone. I had it a second ago." "You!" Chloe glared Marinette while pointing a finger at her. "You purposely tripped on my bag, so you can steal my bracelet." Naruto sighed how blind she is and how spoiled brat she is. "Chloe, she didn't steal dash." "You there, policeman? Arrest her," Chloe demanded. "My daughter is not a thief." Roger whistled for everyone to keep it down. "Hold on, Miss Bourgeois. We don't accuse without proof. Now everyone calm down, please. Maybe you simply misplaced your bracelet." "You're calling me a liar!" "Daddy!" "Roger, I demand you search this girl," Mayor said. "May I remind you that as mayor of this city, I am your superior." "But sir, it's against the law. I can't just go dash." "All right then. You're no longer a police officer." Roger shocked. "Mayor, you can't be serious. Over a missing bracelet? This is my daughter's bracelet we're talking about. You're incompetent and you're fired. Get out." Roger is shocked that he got fired by the mayor for not searching Marinette. His career is destroyed. Everyone watched him to leave school. They all felt sorry about him, and his career is destroyed. Since he left the school, Andre is approaching to Marinette to look for his daughter's bracelet, but Naruto stormed in and stopped him from searching for her. She was surprised that he defended her. Don't even go near her without any proof. I know she didn't steal anything from Chloe's purse. I've seen everything, Naruto said. Do you know who I am? He asked. Yeah, you're the mayor and Chloe is your daughter. You do realize you just fired police officer for not breaking a law. You shouldn't have let him do his job to investigate your daughter's bracelet. Also, I saved Marinette from falling on a stair, and she didn't steal anything in my eyes, said Naruto as he looked at Chloe. Chloe, didn't your father warn you about not taking your bracelet out? Or else it'll go into the wrong hand? What? Chloe shocked. Exactly. And you? Naruto glared at the mayor. What kind of a mayor would fire Roger for no good reason and letting your daughter tells you what to do? Marinette is blushed because she fell into him when she tripped over Chloe's bag. She was happy for him for protecting her. The conversation is over. She saw Naruto is done dealing with spoiled girl and her father. Thank you for defending me, she said. You're welcome. I know it wasn't you. I'm pretty sure no one didn't steal her bracelet from this far, Naruto said as he looked the other people from the upper deck. Then, he saw Adrian snuck out from here. He knows what he is doing. You must be Naruto Uzumaki, Tom said as he stood beside his daughter. Thank you for helping my daughter. Yes, that's my name. You're Marinette's father. She told me your bake shop is the best one in the world, Naruto said. Since you helped my daughter, why not come visiting our place? I'm sure my daughter, Marinette, loved to bake for you. Trust me, she'll be a good future wife, he said. Dad, Marinette said with a blush. Naruto smiled. Sure. Then Marinette froze when she heard him says yes. Her mind is completely lost. She cannot believe he's going to visit her house. Oh, Marinette, Alya said while waving her hand over her face. I'm okay. What happened? She asked as Naruto looked at the door. She walked toward him. Something wrong? Felt bad about Roger. It's his career to be police. Yeah, I do. You sure are Sherlock Holmes, Marinette said. Who's Sherlock Holmes? He asked with dumb looks. Of course, Naruto doesn't know about the history, which it made Marinette giggled. Where are you going? She asked as she saw Naruto walks out from the classroom. I left something in my locker, so I'll be back. Marinette watched him leave the room before she releases panic. She cannot believe she fell into Naruto again, and he even told her that he liked about her. It felt great to her. Wow! This is awesome! He just slammed Chloe's father, the mayor, and defended from Marinette. It's like a white shining knight saved his princess with his life, Alya said as she held the phone and already recorded for everything from start to the end. Alya! Marinette exclaimed as a furious blush appeared on her face. You okay? Kurama asked, watching Naruto sat on the bench himself in the locker room. Naruto can't stop thinking between Marinette and Hinata. Both of them are similar, and their personality. The way how Marinette does and acts are almost just like hers. Every night he visited her house and meet her, he felt protective toward her. Smile for me, Naruto! I want to see your smile, an unfamiliar voice said. His breathing is growing fast. He remembered she said sweet words to him. Because I love you. Naruto, there's something I need to tell you while you were gone. He cannot stop thinking about her. His breathing has gotten faster and heavier as he held on his heart. He suddenly fainted on the ground. Oh no, Naruto's hyperventilating, said Yuki. The Bijus were shocked after Naruto had a hyperventilating. That was unsurprising, but this is bad for him. Breathe slowly. Madara be calm to Naruto. Kurama was going to help Naruto with his chakra, but it's gonna take minutes. He stopped when he saw Adrian enters a bathroom. This should be good for him, but wait, he sensed akuma in the school. It isn't the best timing at this moment. They gonna need Naruto to fight whoever villain was. He's the only one who can stop it. Okay, we're gonna Naruto. Adrian saw Naruto is lying there while breathing so hard. He'll have to stop his transformation and help him first. Hey, buddy! You okay? Don't tell me he's hyperventilating. Naruto cannot answer him with that. His breathing has gotten worse. Adrian had to do something for him because he cannot leave his best friend behind. He lifted his arm over him and carried to the door to look for help. Help! He screamed until he saw Ladybug just fell from the rooftop. Now, there's a good chance she can take him to the hospital fast. She's the only one who can help him. Ladybug! She turned around and began so shocked when she saw Naruto. She ran toward them and checking him how he doing. His breathing is heavy and worse. Good thing that Adrian called her before heading out for the villain. Ladybug was shocked because she never saw anything like that of him. What happened to him? She asked. He's hyperventilating. This is an emergency, Adrian said. Ladybug looked at Roger, who got akumized and turned into a villain, Roger Cop, who just drove in his police cop. She doesn't have time for now, but she had to make the right decision. The right thing is she pulled him on her back as she lifted him up and heading straight to the hospital. She needs to get there as fast as impossible. Ladybug, aka Marinette, is shocked. It's her first time to carry Naruto, and his hyperventilating. The last time in her classroom, he was fine and 100% healthy man. I'm sorry. Hinata. Naruto apologized in her ear while breathing heavily as she blushed so red on her face. But what did he say? He just called the name Hinata. Does this mean he has a relationship with someone before? Surprising, Marinette isn't jealous of anything. She never does that kind of stuff because it'll be rude to ruin it. However, her heart is telling her that there's something wrong with him. He must have a terrible memory of someone who is close to him. Hold on. We're almost there. She comforted him as she landed at the hospital and called for a doctor. A bunch of doctors brought a stretcher. She gently put him into it and let doctors do their job. She's going before her hand got grabbed. With surprising looks, she turned around and saw Naruto is the one who grabbed her hand. Hinata! I'm sorry, he mumbled in her ear. Marinette looked at him sadly, but she gave a warm smile as she places his hand on his chest and let go of his hand. She needs to focus and find a villain who had akumized. Kurama watched her leaves and going to heal Naruto quick. They're gonna need his help to fight a villain. Good. I'm going to finish it quickly. Stay for a swim, Katmar said as he swam down toward his pole while falling in the sky. He caught it, but it's too late for him. His face is going to smash into the ground as he closed his eyes and prayed for it. However, his body was carried suddenly and heard a sliding noise. He didn't feel hurt, so he opened his eyes and it's Kyubi who saved his face. Also, he saw Ladybug too. She must have been saved by Kyubi from falls. Thank you, but where have you been? He asked. Busy thing, Kyubi replied as he looked up at the sky and there's a track of smoke from flying police car. I guess he's heading straight to the city of the hall. They went after that Roger cop before he'll reach the city of the hall. They jumped into the top of the rooftops while jumping into another one. However, Ladybug and Katmar were starting to get curious about Kyubi. They never know about his new ability called Sage Mode, which is he didn't explain to them and left. It was mostly Ladybug. She started to learn about him. That man isn't just a guy in a superhero suit and ain't no human. Tiki told her that she had a great sense of him. His sage power is kinda like natural energy, or nature energy, something like that. Hey Kyubi? She asked. Not now. Let's focus on our mission, Kyubi said. Biba dash. Katmar seems to understand why Kyubi didn't tell them about his ability. Honestly, he likes to know about him, but it isn't right to ask him about that. Maybe next time, he'll ask him. As they arrived in the city of a hall, the TV screen turned on and the mayor sat on his chair, announcing for cops that stood in the front, and getting a hostage by Roger Cop. Paris has a new superpower. His name is Roger Cop. I hereby relinquish all authority to Roger Cop. All citizens are ordered to answer to him, said Andre. Kyubi, Ladybug, and Katmor are now outlawed. They must be hunted down, Rajakop said. Kyubi, Ladybug, and Katmor were shocked when he said they are outlawed. They feared that the cops are going to arrest them what Rajakop orders. As they started to attack them, Kyubi made his moves quick. He's shuffling his hand signs and stopped in his tiger sign as he saw they are surrounded in close range. It's a good range for him because he released the lightning, sparks out from the ground. It shattered into multiple small lightning enough to shock cops without fighting them. Well, it's only the way to shock them without interfering. Ladybug and Katmor watched him with their awesomeness. They didn't know that he has and can use lightning power to shock cops. It was very cool to see him like that. Let's go. Kyubi ran inside the city of a hall, leaving the stunned two behind. They shook their head and followed him to find Rajakop. They ran upstairs and at the door, the laser shot at them from the door because Rajakop saw them from the window. The heroes dodged from that attack and jumped over two citizens, Chloe and her dad. They moved when Rajakop blew the whistle to command them. Naruto closed the door, so they won't bother them again. It's over, Rajakop. There's no way you can beat us. Then, he started to shoot at them. Both of them split up, moving left and right to make him shoot at him on his both side right and left. Kyubi rushed to him and did an air kick on his helmet as he knocked over the table. That won't give him up that easily because he used the table as his shield while shooting at them. So, where's Akuma? Kyubi asked. It's his whistle, Ladybug said. Kyubi stared at Rajakop's whistle where Akuma is. Just for quick, he goes little serious as he vanished into yellow flash, grabbing his helmet, and wrecked on his chest with his Rasengan not full power. It broke the armor into pieces and now he's useless without his armor. Kyubi grabbed the whistle and breaks it to release Akuma. He used his Kurama chakra to purify it. It was easy and quick because Kyubi doesn't have time for this, so he went seriously to make the things fast. He'll have to go back to a hospital or else his cover will be blown. Dang, that was easy, Katmor said as he looked at Kyubi. Dude, that was awesome move what you did back there. You used lightning? Now, it wasn't a good time for Kyubi to explain him and Ladybug. He suddenly vanished in a yellow flash and left them in the city of a hall without saying goodbye. Hey, he didn't say goodbye to us, Katmor wondered. Ladybug just remembered she had to go to the hospital to check Naruto. Since everything is done and finished cleaning, she jumped out of the window and headed there. Marinette is on her rush to the hospital and praying for Naruto that he'll be in good health. Had a phone call from Alya that he's in the hospital, so she's in a hurry. Yes, she took him to the hospital in her hero suit. She arrived at the hospital and saw Alya waved at her. Marinette, you're here, she said. Yeah, you called me, so I hurried here as fast as possible, Marinette said as she looked over the shoulder and saw Adrian. And Nino is there too. They're here too. How's Naruto? He's fine. Just had a panic attack. The doctor said he's going to stay for 1 or 2 days. His recovery must be amazing, Alya said. Marinette was relieved. Thank goodness he's fine. She's so worried about Naruto that he'll never come back to school and stayed here in this for a couple days. But damn, for what she didn't expect to see Naruto is hyperventilating. Good thing as a Ladybug found him in the locker. What made her surprised is she heard him whimpering of apologizing and saying a name. Pretty sure she heard him says Hinata. Marinette isn't jealous of her or angry because her heart believed he has a horrible past. Until now, she looked it up and saw Naruto is back from his recovery. Naruto, she said as she ran toward him. Hey, are you okay? I just heard you had a hyperventilate. Her friends came closer to him. Guys, I'm fine. Just had whatever you called, but my body is 100%. He smiled. Just wanted to thank Ladybug for saving my life. I wouldn't have been dead without her. I'm sure she'll say you're welcome. Marinette knew and the one who saved him from his death. Dude, when you smiled like that, it scares me, Nino said. Yeah, are you really okay? You just had it so serious, and your breathing went so fast. Adrian remembered that one, but damn, his hyperventilating is so serious. Not gonna lie, he was scared, too, when Naruto smiled like that. No worries, guys. I'm back and I'll come to school tomorrow, he replied. Sorry for making you worried about me, but the doctor said I'm good to go now. I'll be fine on my own. He's going to his home, but stopped by Alya. What's up? Before you go, have Marinette to come with you? She responded. Marinette was flustered when her friend said that. Not so sure heard her right, but did she just said that? Right in front of him, and she's behind her. Are you crazy? Just told him in front of me and everyone, she growled. Alya turned around and held her shoulders as she stared at her. Marinette, do you want to help him? I do, but he said he'll be all right on his own, she replied. No, that's not how you said that. Every man needs a woman to walk with him, to make sure if he's all right or not. Who knows what will happen to him? Sure, I don't mind. Marinette and Alya looked at Naruto when he said that. Really? Marinette asked. Yeah, maybe I do need assistance with me, Naruto said as he looked at Marinette. Well, he didn't ask for help because he can do it on his own, but he decided to have assistants to go with him. Would you like to go with me? Yes, she replied. Then, it's decided. Marinette is taking Naruto to his home safely. Thank Alya for making her follow or helping Naruto, in case if he has a hyperventilating again. Ready to go? Naruto asked. Yes. Marinette laughed nervously as they walked together to his house. She looked on her back and Alya just waving at her to give her luck. Marinette is pretty angry with her friend for teasing her. Are you sure you can walk on your own? Marinette asked as they're at her house. It was Naruto who made a decision to take her home first. I'm sure, Marinette. I can take a bus and drives me to my home. Thank you for watching out for me. He smiled. Marinette is worried about his condition. What Alya told her after they left. She told her that he got a panic attack and must have a bad memory of someone from his past. It caused his heart raced and breathing problem. Also, the doctor said he was lucky that Ladybug saved his life because it was an emergency. However, it was a miracle how fast his recovery was. There was a person named Hinata that he called and apologized to her. The sound of his voice was so sad, like he lost someone that's so special to him. Marinette was going to ask him, but she decided not to tell him because it was his secret. It's going to be rude to ask him about it. She made the right choice because Tiki taught her. Okay, Naruto. Be safe. Naruto nodded as he began to walk to his home while looking at her from his back. She's waving goodbye to him until he's gone. Well, time to head inside, Marinette said as she entered her house and walked upstairs. She opened the door and saw her parents waiting for her returns home. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Welcome home, Marinette, the mom said, wore white cheongsam. She is a short woman, short black hair with blue highlight like her daughter, Marinette's hair. Her name is Sabine Ching. How was your friend? Is he okay? Tom worried after he got a call from her. He's fine. He just headed back to his home by himself, Marinette said as she went upstairs to her room. Good night, Mom and Dad. She closed the trapdoor and jumped into her couch as she released her yawning from her superhero works. Then, she put her bag on the desk as Tiki flew out from there. I'm surprised you weren't jealous, she said. What do you mean? You always jealous when Chloe tried to take Adrian away from you, but when you learned a new girl named Hinata what Naruto said, you didn't get jealous of it. Oh, that? Marinette said as she began to sit and Tiki landed on her laps. Yeah, that's a good question why she didn't get jealous. Something tells me that she's very special to him. I saw his tears. He was crying of her. Yeah, she's just like you. She has the same personality and a good heart like you. That reminded me. I think I get why he dash. Marinette surprised when she heard a knocking noise from the window. She knows that noise, so she turned and saw Kyubi outside of the window. She gave a warm smile as she goes there and opened the window for him. Hey there, princess, he greeted with a smile. Hello, Kyubi. It seems like you're on a break, she said. I'm always working and night shifting, Kyubi said as he laid down on the couch and stretched out his body. And so boring. I wanted to do something fun. Marinette giggled how childish he is. She pulled the chair to the couch where Kyubi laid and sat down on it. So, Mr. Foxy, I heard you can use lightning to shock the cops. That's right. There was a news reporter who made news of him and 2 heroes. Well, damn, there's nothing he can do about the news to cover his secret. Besides, he did on his Sanine mode to fight Pharaoh because he's tough and also got the record by Isla's dairy. It was her hobbies though, but he had to be careful next time. Yeah, that lightning. Kyubi sighed and defeated as he's ready to tell her about himself. She deserved to know about him. Do you remember I didn't tell you about Sanine mode? Yeah, I remember. Well, the Sanine mode isn't just a power-up or ability. It was created by an elder toad that lives in a different dimension. It called a Mount Myaboku where toads live there. Mount Myaboku where toads live there. She wondered why she hasn't heard that place before. Frogs live and created there? You probably don't know about this one because Naruto stopped what he's doing when he heard a noise from a trapdoor on the ground. Marinette, do you want to eat? We saved some food for you. It's my mom. Hide, Kyubi, Marinette said. Dinner? Kyubi shocked as his stomach is crying and exciting for food. That growling noise made Marinette laugh. He didn't eat anything. You hungry? She asked. Yeah, can you? The girl smiled and nodded as she told him to stay in her room before she went downstairs to grab the food for him. While she's getting food, Kyubi or Naruto decided to explore her room a little. He started to look over her desk. Some are homework, so she must have taken seriously. The next thing is he saw the picture of himself and Marinette. Maybe this picture was taken in the mall during their date. He remembered he and she took a picture together on his phone. Then he sent it to her. Okay, I'm back. Marinette dropped her jaws when she saw Kyubi is looking at the picture of herself and her crush. She charged toward him and grabbed the picture from him. Hid the picture under her pillow from him, and she was so embarrassing. So, who is he? He asked with an evil grin. Kyubi. He's not what you think. He's my friend. She blushed as she showed the food for him to eat. Just eat your food and forget what you saw. Really? Yes. Really? Kyubi cannot help it to giggle at her how cute she was. Man, he loves teasing her so much, and she hates it. All right, he said as he began eating the food. Finally, he gets to eat the food, but no ramen though. So, what can you tell me about Mount Myaboku? She asked. Right, so Mount Myaboku is the sacred place, only rare people can train there. There were only a few people trained there before me. I was the last guy who trained there, he said. Wow, that was amazing. I actually believe your story, she said. So, frogs trained human how to become Sanine mode. Marinette. Yeah? What if I told you there was a cursed child who getting hate and disliked by people? Kyubi said with a serious tone. If you meet a child, will you be scared of him? That face made Marinette shocked. What did you say? Nothing, Kyubi said as he got up after finished the food and walked out of the window. It was good to talk with you. Wait, what do you ? She was too late to talk to him when he jumped out from there and went back to his work. A cursed child? The next day. So, are you saying that Chloe is the one who made an artist, Nathaniel turned into Akuma and become Eve Illustrator? Kyubi asked his teammate Katmar in Chloe's house. Yeah, Kyubi. Now, Chloe is the target, and he wanted to destroy her. Ladybug asked us to stay here and protect her, Katmar said as they looked at Chloe sitting on a chair and getting stressed with homework. Well, she wasn't very smart. So, Kyubi and Katmar cannot leave her alone until Ladybug tries to figure out how to take down Eve Illustrator. They're protecting that little spoiler, and a bitchy girl who always turned everyone into Akuma. She kept saying that it wasn't her fault, and had nothing to do with this. Seriously, this girl. A phone call, Kyubi said as he picked up his phone and called it outside to give him more private. What's up? Got a plan? I have a plan. Ladybug sent an unexpected image to him as he started to realize. I need you to protect this girl. Her name is Marinette. Really cute, isn't she? What? Katwar heard him yelling and rushed outside to check to see what's going on. Hey, what's the problem? He asked as he looked over Kyubi and saw the picture of Marinette. By the way, he noticed his face expression is worried like he knows her before. One thing he just got scared when he's here is noticing his eyes are red. Ladybug on a phone didn't expect that would happen. Illustrator is in love with her and promised her not to harm Chloe as long as Marinette come to his birthday party. While he's distracted, I want you to take him down. Have Katwar stay with Chloe. In case if this failed. Can you do that? This plan sounds risky to Kyubi. And he didn't know Nathaniel has a crush on Marinette. Alright. I see you later, he said as his eyes turned back into normal. Okay. The calls ended. After that, Kyubi told Katwar to stay with Chloe while he's on his way to Marinette's house. He dashed so fast and his mind is on fire. From earlier, he's almost lost his mind when he learned Marinette is going with the Illustrator. A girl is going with the villain in tonight in order to protect Chloe. That was her plan. Naruto, just calm your anger. My chakra will turn you into 9 tails like you used to, Kurama warned. Don't worry about her. She can handle herself. I can't help it. I have to see her if she's okay, he said as he arrived at her house and landed on the rooftop, knocking the trapdoor as many times as he can because he's worried that Illustrator. Kyubi? He thanked for a god that she's safe in the house. Marinette, are you okay? What did he do to you? Whoa there, Foxy. I'm fine, Kyubi. He didn't hurt me. He just wanted to see me and asked me to go birthday party with him tonight. Marinette, have you lost your mind? Going with your plan is stupid, he mumbled. What? He's almost got caught by blowing up her cover as Kyubi cooled his temper down. It's nothing. It was part of Ladybug's plan, I guess. It was her first time to see him so worried about her. Like he didn't want anyone to hurt her no matter what. Are you okay? She asked as she moved closer to him. Promise me, Marinette, you'll be safe without getting hurt. Kyubi, I'll be dash. Promise me, he growled. Looking at his dead eyes, she nodded and said, I promise. Chapter end. Tired of watching censored fanfics? Would you like to watch some very naughty, filled with the lemons fanfics without any censorship? I'm happy to announce that I opened Patreon page for you guys, where you could watch Naruto/Deku, 18+ stories without any censoring. Not only that, you can also see the NSFW images of characters of the fics on my Patreon, which I make by myself. So buy your preferred tier and join our community now. Link is in the description.